What open?
The stream.
Oh,
Well,
I can open it.
welcome everyone. We live. We're just finishing setting up. We're a little bit behind schedule, but it's okay.
It
Um,
happens.
we've been a bit busy over this last few weeks, so we are back, Danny Boy and I, to talk about the tiers. So we have a lot to cover in not a lot of time. Game starts in less than an hour.
Yeah.
But most importantly, we have to make up for our conversations when we had Omar here. Where we didn't agree with him quite a bit.
Yeah.
So let's just dive right in. I do want to ask a quick fantasy question that I'm struggling with, and
All right.
I'll leave it out. So I had Damien Harris. Um, I mean I still have him, and I put a waiver wire with Fab to get Ramondre Stevenson. And turns out
Yeah.
Damien Harris is now out of the concussion protocol, so now I'm stuck with both. Um, and I don't know who to start. I mean, Damien Harris was doing pretty well before he got into concussion, so the volume is there. I'm just scared that if I like that Ramondre Stevens is gonna take, you know, more targets than he should, having Damien Harris back. Um, so who would you start, Dan?
That's always the problem when like someone gets injured and like a new running back comes in and they do amazing. You don't know how it's gonna turn out. I don't know. I would just go with Damien Harris just because it's a known factor.
Hmm.
The other guy, he's had one game and he looked good. And like it happens quite often with running backs. Like they have one good game and then they go into the darkness. Alexander Mattison, perfect example. Amazing without Dalvin Cook, but when he's Dalvin Cook's playing, he's getting like 4 or 5 fantasy points per
True.
game. And I know it's not on the same level. I would just go with a known factor of Damien Harris. I would keep an eye on. I think Fridays and Saturdays they do one more injury report. I think it might be Saturday,
Well,
Friday
we
or
play now.
Saturday.
That's the problem.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
So
Damn.
if you're like 40 in like 50
Who
minutes.
else do you have? Who else do you
So
have?
so this is my thing. I'm thinking I have Najee Harris and Damien Harris
Yeah,
as my
the
running
Harris
backs.
boys.
Derrick Henry is IR.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking of either putting Ramondre Stevenson as kind of like in my flex, on top of the likes of Emmanuel Sanders, Jacoby Myers, or Kenny Galladay.
I'd put Jacoby ahead of him. I think.
And who would you put between Sanders and him? Emmanuel Sanders and Ramondre. Like, would you play both Ramondre and Damien?
Ooh, no, I would not.
Okay.
I don't even like having players in teams who have two running
Yeah.
backs. I like the sole running back guy that I know is going to get the carry. So putting both in is like at least you'll probably have one guy that pops off, but the other guy will
Yeah.
probably get like 3 points.
That's true. I guess I guess there's only a limited amount of plays that you can get. So by putting both, you're limiting your total expected value that you can get.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
All right, let's stick with Damien Harris. It is. I also have Jacoby Myers, so I have a lot on the line today.
But if you think the Patriots are gonna blow them out, I put Stevenson in because why would you risk an injured Damian Harris when you have a guy you can just chuck in and run the ball? Because the Falcons will be throwing the
So
entire
you would
time.
put him above Damien Harris?
I think if you want to be risky, is this like a must-win game for you, or
Yeah.
is this like you don't? It's a must-win game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. What can I say? I don't know. I don't have either of those guys on any of my teams,
Fair.
so I don't know a lot about them because I just don't, I hate Patriot running backs, so I always
Clearly.
steer clear of them.
All right.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
I'll have
Good
a
luck.
solid 50 minutes or 40 minutes to decide.
Yeah.
Let's get right to it. I mean, trash of the week. I think we have one solid candidate, which is Russell Wilson's first game ever since he doesn't score anything.
That was a
Um,
very bad game in general,
it
and it was an
was,
even worse game for the Seahawks. So
it was, but at least the Packers picked it up towards the end.
that's
Seahawks
true.
though
The
didn't do
Seahawks were
anything.
just yeah.
Uh,
Rams is also a strong contender, I think.
that's true.
Rams really were
That's true.
pretty awful. Um,
That's true.
Cardinals were also very, very awful. Um,
I mean,
who else
it
was
was a
there?
very awful.
Buccaneers. Browns could stay there, to be honest with you. I'm actually more upset with the Browns losing 7-45 over the Seahawks with an injured quarterback against
That's true.
Aaron Rodgers led team. I would
Against
be
the
happy
Patriots.
leaving these losers in the bottom
Okay,
because
I like that.
back-to-back weeks, back-to-back weeks
Back
of
to back
Browns
weeks.
being.
Oh, well,
I'm
technically,
happy with it, man.
yeah.
We should honestly, what we should have done is we should have had like a side chart, and like every week that you're trash of the week, you get like a point, and we could like see who was the trashiest of the season.
Oh, okay. I
Um,
guess we could go back during our videos and calculate that
we
again.
could at some point, yeah. But I guess today we are kind of pressed for time, so we should move on.
No, fair enough. Fair
Um,
enough.
Lions didn't lose this weekend.
Lions tied. You're right. Let's give them that.
Yeah, didn't lose. That is massive. I would put them ahead of the Texans, honestly. Texans are god awful. Lions, held their own against the Steelers.
I mean, they
Should
didn't
have
play,
probably
right?
won.
Texans didn't play this week,
Texans didn't play, no, thank goodness. But I mean, their last game was against the Dolphins.
and they
I was
lost.
there. Yeah, I was there,
True.
and they were so bad. Tara Taylor looked awful, man. Yeah, I think if the Lions played the Texans, I think it would be a blowout. Quite honestly.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So
All right, I'm okay with putting and then Jaguars. um,
they're bad.
yeah.
They're very bad.
Right.
They're almost which is weird though because it was only a 6-point game in the end between the Colts and the Jags, but it felt like it was like a 25-point game. Like at no point did you think, "Oh God, the Colts are gonna lose."
They did beat the Bills in between our last rankings in this.
Yeah, they did. They did.
So
They're looking better, but I just
I'm
still
not
think they
saying,
suck.
yeah, I'm not saying we should bump them up. I'm just saying I'm okay leaving them above the Lions.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think so too. I'm not. I would. I mean, they've got a win, so I know the
Exactly.
Texans do too, but it was against the. It's weird. Texans are beat the Jags, but I think it's a weird roundabout situation.
I would
The
even put them
Jets.
maybe against. I would even maybe put the Jacks above the Jets. I think the Jets looked horrible. Um,
They're weird though. They're like looked good with Mike White that one week. Then last week looked awful. Now this week they're going back to Joe Flacco. So it's like they've had like 3 quarterbacks and
I mean, with Joe Flacco would be the fourth one in 3 weeks.
oh, is it
So
fourth one?
yeah, because they had that
Mike
guy that,
White.
that came out when Mike White got
Oh,
injured
he did. Yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
the
You're
Colts.
right. God,
So
4.
it's
Yeah, I mean
it's no
the
pretty.
Jets do really stink. It's weird. They like some games they do look like half decent. Like against the Titans, they had that one massive game.
Yeah,
And yeah, the
and
NFL's
even
weird.
against the Colts, I mean, they scored 30 points on the Colts.
Yeah, that's something we haven't talked about is how weird is like it's an impossible to gamble on the NFL right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Impossible.
I mean, Omar reminds us that of that every day. So
It's crazy. It's yeah, whatever.
I mean, I put all my
Uh
last remaining betting funds on freaking Rams beating the 49ers, beating the spread.
oh my God, that should have been such an easy game.
That worked well.
Such an easy game. And the weird thing with that game though is it's like normally, with like the Steelers and Lions, you could say, oh, the Steelers were, in trouble because they didn't have the quarterback and it was so rainy and cold and windy and wet, like it helped the Lions. But this game is played in like California, no weather conditions, perfect weather, had no injuries apart from Robert Woods, and they got absolutely creamed by the Niners,
Yeah.
which is insane. Okay, Miami Dolphins. Did they have a bye week last week
No, they beat the
or
Texans and
Ravens. They
they
beat the Ravens. How did we forget that?
right.
They beat the Ravens. Another
That's
upset. Like how many teams were upset this week?
and that was Thursday.
Insane.
So expect the
Yeah.
Falcons to beat the Patriots today.
Yeah, probably.
I wouldn't touch the Dolphins. I mean,
Tua's back this week,
they
so
played
I
the
guess we'll see
Jets.
how good they are. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Even if they beat the Jets, like who cares?
exactly.
Who cares? Giants. I feel
Giants.
like everyone here should just stay the same. It's just
Well,
like,
Giants were on bye last week, right?
yeah. I
And
mean, they're maybe getting Saquon Barkley back this week, so we'll see if that changes anything.
what did they do before last week? They beat the Raiders.
Yeah,
I mean,
another upset.
look, yeah. I mean, I do think the Giants have the potential to be a good team. They just fall short every time.
Yeah,
But until they don't fall short, there's no reason to move them really.
Yep.
Falcons just lost Cordell Patterson for today, so he's not playing. They got absolutely demolished by the Cowboys.
They also lost Hayden Hurst, their secondary tight end.
They beat the
So
Saints last week, and they got destroyed by the Cowboys this week. So
yeah,
one step forward, two steps backwards. Would you still leave them above the Giants?
yeah, they're 4-5.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, they got a good record. I know all of their wins though have become against teams that have got less than three wins or less. So it's not like they've had any
True.
like huge upsets like the Jets have had or the Jags or whatever. It's all being like they should win, and all the teams that they should lose against, they do lose against.
True.
So they're actually probably the most predictable team in the NFL right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, and well, finally in this tier we have Washington, who were on a bye on week 9, and then came
Yeah,
back and beat the Bucks. So I mean, I wouldn't
Taylor
say,
Heineke, man,
yeah, I mean they don't deserve
he's
moving
good.
up, but they'll stay at the
Let's
top of
see what
that
they do
tier.
this week.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's see what they do with it. Who are
what
they playing against this week?
they are playing.
Uh, Might be their bye week.
No,
Yeah,
they
it
already
looks like
were
it's
in
their
bye.
bye. Oh, they were?
They play against the Panthers with Cam Newton.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
All right, we'll talk
That's
about Cam Newton in a bit.
Yep.
Broncos.
Broncos got smoked by the Eagles. They
Leave him
suck.
there. Yep, then leave him there.
They suck. Panthers.
Panthers, interesting one. Christian McCaffrey back. Cam Newton
Cam
back.
Newton back. Yeah.
He's gonna get more than 2 snaps this time.
2 snaps, 2 touchdowns.
Dude, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. That's absolutely crazy. And they beat the Cardinals.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
would you
At
move
the
him
Cardinals.
above the Eagles?
No, the Eagles won. They looked good.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like Cam Newton and Christian McCaffrey are better than Jalen
And we
Hurts
wait to
and
see how
Fields.
good they actually are, though. Like, let's
Okay,
wait
fair
for one
enough.
more week.
Fair enough. Cam
Just
Newton is starting,
because,
right?
yeah, he is starting. That's correct.
Yeah.
I just want to see it.
Okay.
I want to see how good
Fair
this
enough.
team is.
Fair enough. Fair enough. The Eagles, to me, they still suck, but hey, I mean,
I think so too, but I also think Carolina is got some very good players, but also are so underwhelming. Like they had that great start, and then they just reverted back to being the
yeah.
Panthers. So
Well, you said it yourself.
we'll
We'll
see.
see what the Panthers do against the Washington
Yeah.
defense, and we'll see what the Eagles do against the
Yep.
Saints without Kamara.
Saints played it close. Saints played it close against Tennessee Titans. They beat the spread. It was
without
2.5,
Kamara.
I believe. Without Kamara, hey, Mark Ingram is pretty good. Like as a number 1 running back at that age, that guy's a tank.
If only Adrian Peterson could take some notes.
Yeah, that's true. Although Mark Ingram didn't have to compete with anyone because it was Ty Johnson was the backup and the backup to the backup, and he was injured, so it really was the Mark Ingram show. And with Alvin Kamara trending towards out this week, I think we might have part 2 to that this week. Mark Ingram again. So
Sadly. Well, I don't get it. Yesterday, he
fortunate
said
for
he was
me.
gonna play. Today,
Yeah.
well, I finally took first in our league, so I'm excited about that. I don't know how I
Sad
clutched
times.
that win last week. I think I started Tom Pollard and Miles Gaskin and Rashad
Wow.
Bateman. Like I I don't know how I won, but Cooper Cup, that's how.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, Seahawks, I'm more than happy to put him down.
Let's drop these boys down a bit. Where do we put them? I'd put them here.
Yeah, above the Carolina Panthers. I agree with that.
Yeah, let's give them one more week. Remember, Russ is coming off a pretty hard injury. It's a throwing finger, so it is quite difficult to throw the ball, I can imagine. So
But, that was crazy because I was looking at halftime stats. It was, I believe, 2 targets to wide receivers, 1 to each DK Metcalf
crazy.
and Tyler Lockett. Like,
Yeah,
rough.
not good.
So yeah, no, that's only gonna get better. It should at least.
Yeah,
Chicago.
Bears were in a bye week, right?
We're in a bye. Yes, and they lost to the Steelers right before that week.
Yeah.
Which was a good game. I still
was.
don't think they should be punished to go below.
Yeah, me neither.
I still think they're a powerful team.
Just keep them right in the middle of the middle pack.
Yeah.
49ers. Surprising.
They came out swinging. This team, had a great bye week. It seems. And
You know
came
what's
back.
weird is the next 4 teams all were so good in like the last 2
Oh, that's
weeks.
true.
Patriots especially. Patriots
But
are
okay,
looking very good.
out of these 4, I would consider moving the Patriots up a tier.
Me too. I think they're the
Um,
best team out of the 4.
Me too. Okay, do it, let's do it.
There we go.
And
I wouldn't mind putting up someone else.
I'm thinking who though.
I would put the Colts.
Let's do it now that Omar isn't here.
The Colts are the Vikings are just still so iffy, man. Like they should be a good team, but they're like
I don't trust it, and not
me neither.
not unless they take a big gap between the Bears.
I mean, they beat the Chargers. Let's wait till for this week to see what they do this week, right? They'll wait and see week. So who do the Colts have this week? Colts have Bills. So let's wait for the Colts to see if they, play well against the Bills.
I would. I know I don't like basing it off of one game out of a bye, but like you said, if you're willing to move somebody up, I think I'd be more willing. Not that I'm down to do it, but I'd be more willing to move the 49ers just based on their performance. They came out swinging with a team that had supposedly, upgrades with Von Miller and, well, quote unquote OBJ. And they kept Matthew Stafford in check. I think the defense is the one that really stepped up, and that's what they've been missing all year. This defense was the one that's like the best defense in the league, and it finally showed. So I maybe put them above the Colts for now, or even I'm happy above the Vikings as well.
But then
we'll give him one more before considering.
I mean, they're playing the Bills, so the Colts are playing the Bills. They've got the Jags, and then the Vikings have Green Bay. So these two, especially the Colts and the Vikings, if they get a win against the Bills or the Packers, I think we can bump them up because that's 2 great weeks in a row.
Right now, who would win, Vikings or 49ers? I think 49ers would win.
I think Vikings.
Yeah, okay.
Vikings have a very good defense, and I think their offense is way better. But that being said, I think the Rams defense and offense is way better than 49ers, and they got blown out. So what do I know?
No, but look, I mean, if I say the 49ers are beat the Vikings, and you say the Vikings beat the 49ers, since the 49ers were already behind, let's keep them behind. All
right, we'll see this week. Let's see how badly the Vikings get smacked by Aaron Rodgers.
Patriots. Look, let's talk
I would just leave them there because we bumped them up. But yeah,
I get it.
Crazy. Crazy good.
Bill Belichick, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm actually more and more considering just putting Ramondre because of what you said. Like,
I would. I think upside is higher because they're going to be cautious with Damien Harris.
That's what I'm thinking. And they if they get ahead, which I'm predicting they would, Yeah.
Go for it. Go put Stevenson on. Okay. I believe.
Let's do it. I need a win anyway, so.
Also, the line changed earlier this morning. Patriots were -6.5. It's gone up to -7, which is a real bitch because if you're betting, it's a whole touchdown. So, yep.
All right. Oh, I'm gonna regret this, but come on. Every time
I get 0 carries.
I'm playing against the top guy in the league, so.
Yeah, do it.
Time to do it. All right. Steelers, best defense in the league.
Yeah, definitely, but you got to leave them there. They didn't beat the Lions. They tied. It's not a loss, but
that's true. Hey, they're playing against the Chargers.
Yeah, let's see if Big Ben's back as well. I haven't really heard too much.
Who did they play
about
with Lions?
Mason Rudolph. Yeah, not good at all. The throws were way high, way to the side, way behind. There was no one that was like a straight. Big Ben's good at throwing sometimes those huge lasers and deep bombs. There was none of that. It was like all looked very rookie-esque. So it was not pretty.
Do any?
No, Dwayne Haskins was activated for the first time, but didn't play.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, well, let's leave him there. Bengals had a bye week, I believe.
Yep. So we gotta leave them there. Raiders, not pretty.
Not pretty. Lost to what did I just say earlier?
I can't remember.
No.
No, Bills beat. I think they had a. Did they have a bye? Oh, they lost to the Chiefs. They got smacked.
Ah, okay.
Smacked by the Chiefs.
The week before?
Sunday Night Football. The week before, let me
They
check.
lost 2, so that's 2 losses back to back, and they lost against
Yeah, and it's
good
like
team.
it's total. Yeah, they lost against the Giants.
The
So that's
Giants.
2 massive losses. They have been awful. I would bump them down a tier, to be honest with you. They suck. They've lost
They have.
their coach. They've lost their best wide receiver. It's
They have.
total
How about
mayhem.
we put them all the way down in this tier first, and let's give
Yeah,
them an
that's
extra
fine.
more loss.
They
and
suck
then,
though. Yeah,
well,
they stink.
they're on
Kansas City. Are they back after
Oh.
smacking the Chiefs and winning the week before too?
Kelsey said he
Uh,
is. Kelsey said I'm back.
Kelsey's definitely back. Chiefs beat Packers, man, and they also beat. I would put them up. Beat
Okay.
Packers, and also beat Raiders. That's two. That's a Super Bowl contender, and I think they're back because of the charge. I mean, I don't know what we're doing with the Chargers because they stink as well. This whole the division sucks. These three. Who's the 4th team in this division? I can't remember. Is it Broncos? Yeah, Broncos. That division's a mess. They were so good in the beginning. With the Chargers were so good, and they were like bad. Now they're becoming good. They suck. They really suck. They're awful. So, okay, yeah, Kansas City could be back. Let's wait and see. I mean, this week who they play? I really should know this before coming on. Cowboys. Oh, what a game!
What a game. Woohoo!
That's a big game. Yeah, I love that. What time is that on?
4:20.
Okay.
4:25.
Yeah, that's the best game because Cardinals Seahawks is gonna suck. And the Steelers Chargers. That's another spicy game. Sunday Night Football. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that.
Well, I mean,
all right.
Packers Vikings 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Cowboys Chiefs 4 p.m. Steelers Chargers 8 p.m.
I don't even think I'm gonna watch Red Zone this week. I'm just gonna be watching.
Yeah.
I'm sick of watching Red Zone now because my fantasy's doing so bad. I don't give a shit about other teams. So I think I'm just gonna sit down upon one game and watch that game.
I can't watch.
Just
Red
let
Zone.
it flow.
I don't like that it's a bit like it's delayed, right? Because it's like you only.
It's
watch
delayed
the
by
highlights.
like a minute, I think, or so. So I usually have like my prime game on one screen and then Red Zone on the other. Because it feels like I'm always on a commercial on my like number one, and usually it's the Texans. So I've given up on the Texans. So it's usually like the Steelers. Steelers are playing Sunday Night Football. So yeah, I'm just gonna.
I've shown you my setup that I put 4 games at a time, and I can just
Yeah, that's true.
alternate between them. So
yeah,
that works for me.
Nice.
Okay, Chargers.
Stink.
They won. No, they lost.
No, they lost against the Vikings. Yeah, I'd put them down. I mean, we just pumped the Kansas City up, but
yeah,
what?
But I don't.
What did they?
Though.
They did beat the Chargers. Okay, they did beat the Eagles the week before, so yeah, we can leave them there and let's see what they do against the Steelers.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I feel like if the Steelers win, we bump them up, and then the Chargers would move down.
Yeah,
that would be like the
make a
logical way of doing it. But
make a trade for sure.
yeah, Ravens. The Ravens they lost, right? Yeah, no,
they lost against Dolphins,
but beat
prior,
the Vikings
and then
the week before that. Beat Vikings in overtime, right?
Okay, yeah. So they lost against the Dolphins, and then they beat the Vikings. Yeah.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson is supposed to be questionable, trending towards doubtful with an illness. So is Marquise Brown.
Does he always get illness? Is it just me?
I don't know.
He always gets, like, stomach
I don't know.
bugs.
He's had COVID 3 times, I think now.
God.
He poops all the time. Like he has like poop problems. I think he must have some like stomach issue.
Yeah.
Not making
With
fun
all
of
his
him.
running.
I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, I think we leave them. They feel like very mediocre right now. Let's just leave them there. Titans, on the other hand, are the hottest team in the NFL.
Yes.
I think they have the biggest win streak out of everyone.
I was gonna make the same logic talk for the Cowboys.
Cowboys lost though.
I did.
Week 9 they did.
Yeah, that was a fluke. That was
against the
Packers.
Broncos. That was a bad game. That stunk, that game.
Yeah, but they made up for it.
They did. But I would move the Titans up because I think after losing Derrick Henry, like everyone thought he was the centerpiece of the offense. Their defense has become amazing. Julio Jones and AJ Brown has been amazing. Donta Foreman coming in at running back with Adrian Peterson, amazing. I really do think they're a Super Bowl contender. I don't like putting too many up in the Super Bowl area, but this is an AFC team, and we only have one. Put down the Cardinals?
Yeah, they
I'm down.
stunk. And I know
I
it's
knew I
because
was right. I was fucking right. I knew it. They suck. I know they went 7-0, and I was so pissed when they were 7-0 or 6-0, whatever it was. But now they suck, and I'm so happy that they are proving me correct. But I also put Dallas
Yes.
ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. And then
Dallas, I
because
think this week who are the Cowboys playing
well,
this
Chiefs.
week?
This is the Cowboys Chiefs.
Oh, you're correct. I just said that. My brain is not working. That is a massive game. If Chiefs win, I think you bump them up a bit. But if Dallas wins,
Boom,
I
Super
think
Bowl
you have to.
contenders. Yeah.
Yeah. Now let's speak about this group here because they have. I mean, they went 1-3 this week. Green Bay being the only team winning. The week before that, Green Bay lost.
Without Aaron Rodgers, with Jordan Love.
With Aaron, that's true. That's true. Without Aaron Rodgers,
Okay,
what do we do with
let's
this like
let's do this first.
foursome?
Give me the pleasure of putting down the Rams first and leave the Packers up there first, just while we finish talking about everything.
Okay, there you go.
Awesome.
That's for
Excellent. I mean,
okay.
it's not wrong, but you know. So look, let's talk about the Titans. The Titans are on the way up to the
Yeah.
top, but following the logic that we just bumped them up into the best category, I would leave them there and see
I
where
would
they
agree.
go against who are they up against? Texans, okay.
I think they might win there.
They're against the Patriots the following week, so that's gonna be
That's a big game.
more
Nice.
interesting. And then
Yeah.
they follow with a bye, actually.
And they could be on fire by the bye hits, and then they probably come back and play like Jags or Texans again. No, that'll be the second time playing the
Jaguars,
Texans.
yeah, so they get
Yeah,
hyped.
I knew it. What the hell?
They get hyped, and then
Yeah, I mean they're in the AFC South. It sucks.
And then
Yeah,
they
that's a good
go-
game. I'm actually thinking of going to that game.
You should.
So
You should.
it's $135 per person though, so it's kind of expensive, and it's also freezing. So we'll see.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
And then they play the 49ers. And then they finish it off with. I'm just looking at the Titans schedule at this point. Dolphins and week 18, because there is one more week, against the Texans again.
Yeah.
I was sad I wasn't able to pick the Titans defense up. It was free up for grabs in our league. And because I'm all the way at the top, I didn't get priority.
All the way up.
C'est la vie. Okay, so let's leave the Titans there. Bills. They played the Jets.
Had a massacre against the Jets.
Yeah.
Absolute massacre.
But it's Jets.
It is just the Jets, but it's a win, I guess.
And they lost to the Jaguars the week before.
Yeah, it's not great.
Okay. The thing is, if we're leaving the Titans down, I feel like Green Bay should just stay up there, and then we'll figure out those three. Like AJ Dillon showed that he can follow Aaron Jones's numbers. He had plus 20 fantasy points, so that's not an issue. Stafford just looked horrible. Brady looked horrible. Maybe I'd put Josh Allen above the Bucks, and call it a day.
I still think the Rams are better than Green Bay, but who do the Rams have this week?
Rams have
no one. Bye week. Great.
Bye week. Packers get the Vikings. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, so Rams got absolutely destroyed and toyed with, but they lost to the Titans.
Okay. How about this? Let's do this. I'm gonna, cause you're a Green Bay fan, we'll leave the Green Bay Packers there. Week 12 is Packers versus Rams.
Oh,
okay.
Damn.
So they have a bye week next week. That's fine. Green Bay play the Vikings. If Green Bay lose that game, we have to put them down.
Mm-hmm.
If not, they retain their presence at the top.
In Minnesota, but yeah. Not trying
Rams come. If you lose against the Rams, you got to go down. And I think if you beat the Rams, you almost solidify. Yeah. Well, you do solidify your position as the best team in the week. So I think that's fine. Just because I don't agree with it. I still think the Rams are a little bit better, but I'm totally fine with it. I'm happy that your team is good because my team sucks so bad.
Yeah, I'm looking at all you guys' teams. So yours, I mean,
It's
yours is at the bottom if you
the
count the
worst.
Texans.
Yeah.
Then you have I go up a tier and I find Sebs and Omers. So
Back to back as well.
back to back.
And then
Beautiful.
you're at the top. Nice.
Excellent. All right, cool. Well, we speed through these 2 weeks. That's good. Let's talk
Yeah.
about today. Leave the
Yeah.
tiers up there because the setup for Discord is this way. If you take it off,
That's
then
okay.
we're
I
gonna
won't touch I won't
cut
touch
our
anything.
faces.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so we have the Patriots visiting the Falcons, or is it
I
the other
think
way
you're
around?
correct. Yeah, I think it's Patriots out Falcons, I
Yeah,
think.
Patriots at Falcons, Super Bowl throwback, although completely different teams.
So different. So different. Yeah,
I mean, who takes it? Patriots all the way. Um,
I think you're right.
Cordero Patterson, the strongest weapon after, in my opinion, after I forgot the tight end name. Cal Pitts.
Kyle Pitts, yeah.
Um,
Sorry. He's on my fantasy team. I don't know why I blanked
yeah.
there.
Um, so yeah, this is why I'm putting in Ramondre Stevenson in the end. I do feel Patriots defense and offense is gonna steamroll. Damien Harris back at concussion. You're right, they're gonna slow him down. There's no reason to risk it, especially because
Yeah,
next week they have to play the Titans. So absolutely,
that's a tough game.
I wouldn't risk Damien Harris at all. I would actually be totally not shocked if Bill Belichick decides to not play Damien Harris at all.
I think Brandon Bolden though is not playing. The
Yeah.
other backup running
So
back.
I think he
So
has a hip injury.
I think that's why Damian Harris will be playing because then they would only have one running back. So
Fair
I
enough.
think it'll probably be more Stevenson, but I think Harris will be mixed in there
Yeah.
at the very least.
Well, that if you think that's a big story, how about let's talk about the bigger story in this team. Jacoby Myers finally got his first touchdown
First touchdown.
of his
Yeah, after all
career.
those targets. Yeah.
After so many called off touchdowns, penalties, 1 yard mishaps, like this guy has been through it all and he finally got it. I think he's bound
Ma-
to explode. You know,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. I think he'll explode too.
I have him in this league as well, and I'd love to have an early Thursday lead with Stevenson at 20 and Jacoby at 20. That'd be marvelous.
Yeah,
I feel like I just
that would be
jinxed
good.
myself. But what other players are you looking at here to start? I would Thursday is really hard because Thursday games are just a mess.
I hate Thursday games.
Patriots defense. Would you play it against
That
Matt Ryan
I think that is a huge start actually.
without
No Calvin
Cordarrelle?
Ridley. Yeah, no Cordell Patterson. Probably is Mike Davis even playing? Is he confirmed to play yet?
I haven't heard that guy's name all year.
Yeah,
All
well, he
year.
was who knows. But yeah, it's not looking great for the Falcons to be all honest with you. So
So
the only person I play on that team is
yeah,
Kyle Pitts.
that's what I was gonna ask.
That's
Who do
it.
you play?
Literally the only person. I wouldn't play Matt Ryan either. Who are they gonna throw to? Russell Gage and Kyle Pitts. That's it. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's a mess for them.
it's a
They've got
mess.
nobody.
And Patriots, I mean, you have Hunter Henry, not a bad plug-in play. Mac Jones, I mean, if you
I would
have to
play him.
stream a quarterback, you go for it.
Yeah.
He'll get you the 18 to 20 points, that you need. Now that I say it now, of course, it's not gonna happen. But
Yeah.
what other players do we see in New England?
Well, we already talked about Jacoby. There's N'Keal Harry, but I think he's injured as well. He has, let me see, a knee injury. He says he's questionable to play. So
The guy that I don't like being a Jacoby Myers owner is Bourne.
mm,
Some guy's name Bourne. Every time I see he has the same body physique as Jacoby Myers, so every time I see that I'm like Jacoby, you know.
you get faked out
Yeah.
by this other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have any players on our league? Is that just Kyle Pitts?
Just Kyle Pitts. I tend to stay away from New England players. Especially running backs, just because you never know who's going to actually be the lead running back. Wide receivers, there's never really like a star wide receiver in New England. It's kind of weird. So I stay away from that too. And then I had Calvin Ridley in a couple of leagues, but he's no longer an option.
Well, we got what's this guy's name? Brandon Bolden?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's active.
he's active. Okay, then that's the third running back in. So perhaps they ease up on Damien Harris there. Brandon Bolden's being decent. He's been a good player, good role player.
I hate being in this position, man. Why did Derrick Henry have to go down? Why?
Tell me
Why,
about it.
Dan? God dang.
Yeah.
Are you doing good in this league with your? You have Mark Ingram.
My league. I'm so banged up in this league. Barkley, Chris Carson, and Derrick Henry all injured.
And then you have Henderson and Stafford on bye.
Yeah.
Sutton on bye.
And then like DK Metcalf and Chris Godwin are both like questionable.
Oh,
It could be a
goodness.
complete mess for me this week if if everyone goes decides to be out. So
Who are you up against? Seek of Nature, the big Cowboys guy.
I should win, but I don't know.
Yeah, he needs to remove Robert Woods from his lineup.
Yeah, that's a plus. At least we're not the only ones getting hit by injuries.
I mean, everyone is. Holy cow.
Seb's the only one. Seb was 0-4, and he's somehow like third place with like Jonathan Taylor being the best running back ever, and like it's just absurd what's happened. So
no, unreal. Jonathan Taylor, what a machine. What a machine. All right.
Best running back in the league, I think, apart from
I mean,
Henry and Kamara.
It'll be sad
probably.
if Henry doesn't come back for one game and get the 1,000 yards, but
sad for us.
Sad for us indeed. Because but the thing is, if he comes back, he'll come back for
playoffs, right?
Week 17.
But he won't need to play that week because the AFC South sucks so much. Titans will have secured it by Christmas.
That's true.
So he won't need to play.
Oh, predicament. But you don't drop him. That's the thing. So he's stuck.
Today before that news came out, I was this close because I need roster space. This close to dropping him, but I was like, I know somebody's gonna pick him up, and it'll be like the next day. Oh yeah. Faster than expected recovery. He's gonna be playing in December, and I'll be like, "Are you kidding?" So
yeah,
whatever.
I saw a comment. It's like it's worth hogging, like vulturing the IR spot so that no one else has that opportunity of a late game run to the playoffs.
Yeah,
It's like
screw it. Like people who've been holding on to Michael Thomas for the entire season.
if I can have it, no one can.
Exactly. It's not worth the heartache of like going through the entire season, getting to the playoffs, and you've dropped like your best player, and he suddenly comes back. Like,
and you're like against him.
Yeah. Oh god, that would be the worst.
I quit.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be hilarious. All right, well let's call it a day. Let's leave Green Bay up as the best team in the NFL for a week.
Yeah, go Packers.
Go Pack go. And go Patriots, man. Let it be a very a very high scoring, good game for my players. I need it.
Yeah, me too. I need Kyle Pitts to get about 50, so let's go Kyle.
All right.
He's probably going to get 50 targets tonight, considering there's no wide receivers.
Actually, yeah, why not? He might get a Darryl. I can't say his name. Waller.
Darren Waller. Yeah. What happened to him, by the way?
I knew it. I knew
he's fallen off so much, man.
Because the Raiders have,
Yeah.
It's such another inflated.
That was a crazy week one. That was a crazy week one where he had like 15 or 18 targets. It was stupid.
11 for 19. Jesus Christ. Same with
and now
I
think last week. Yeah, I mean last week Darren Waller, because he was in my prop play. He was the one that let me down, and he had 50 yards from Darren Waller, and he got 28. And I was like, really?
God dang.
Really? Like, what's happened here? But yeah, TJ Hawkinson, same. I mean, Kelsey previously was kind of like that way. He's come back though.
Mark Andrews has been very, very good this year.
Consistent. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been consistent. And
Finally,
Gronk's back this week, maybe. So maybe we'll get like vintage Gronk back, but who knows?
hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully. All right. Well, let's go prep for the game. Happy
Yes.
fantasy, everyone, and we'll see you on Sunday for our spreads.
Ooh.
All right. Peace
It's
out,
gonna be a tough
everyone.
one.